Hello guys, my name is Dipali Panikar. Today I am going to tell you about the third lecture of traffic engineering, which is basically based on traffic study and analysis. Why we need to do this traffic study and analysis? We can say that traffic study and survey are carried out to analyze the traffic characteristics. What exactly the meaning of traffic characteristics and what are the types of traffic characteristics we already saw in the first lecture of traffic engineering. I will provide the link below in this particular lecture. So, in this traffic study and analysis, we will first see the types of characteristics of traffic in transit. The first type, which is a traffic volume study. This lecture basically based on traffic volume study. In this lecture, we will first see the traffic volume, what exactly the meaning of traffic volume or traffic flow, then how to measure it also. Then we will see about the needs of traffic volume, or we can say the objective or uses of traffic volume also. So, before starting this lecture, I would like to tell you please subscribe this channel, like this video and share it properly. In this traffic study and analysis are those concerned with the characteristics of traffic in transits are of five types. First one is traffic volume study. In this lecture, we will first see the traffic volume study. In the coming lecture, we will see these topics also offer characteristics of traffic in transit. The second topic is origin and destination study. The third one is its traffic capacity and study. Fourth is speed studies also. Though this speed study broadly classified into two types. First one is spot speed study and the second one is speed and delay study. This is also most important study in traffic engineering. The fifth is traffic flow characteristics and study or traffic flow diagram also we can say that. The second is related to the land use and movements are there are two types of studies. One is parking studies and accidental study. So let's start about the traffic volume study. Traffic volume, what exactly the meaning of traffic volume? If suppose I will take one, give me a minute. Suppose this is the road, road A, okay, and we can take one section or we can say cross section of road, section of road. This is the cross section of road. If you are standing over here and you can see the how much number of vehicle is passing through this particular section at a particular time or at a particular day, in a particular day or in particular minute, is nothing but the traffic volume, which is basically denoted by Q letter or traffic volume or traffic flow. We can say that the formula of this traffic volume, it's Q equals to N upon T, and it's nothing but the number of vehicles T is per unit time, is nothing but time. This traffic volume is measured in the unit of, the units of traffic volumes are vehicle per minute, vehicle per day, or vehicle per hour, sorry, and vehicular per day. The definition, the basic definition and important definition of this traffic volume is number of vehicle passing through a particular cross section at a particular unit time. We can say nothing but this is the traffic volume. This traffic volume are counted or measured by two methods. We will see the first one is manual method. Manual method is nothing but the class of vehicle can be classified but 24/7 is not possible. 7 is not possible. What exactly the meaning of this particular line? We will see first. This manual method, if suppose this is the road and you are standing here and you are counting a vehicle and noted in a one particular book for a day purpose, but you cannot do in a same day with the same night also. Like for a full day 24/7 we cannot do it. We will do in a one day, 2 day, but for a month or for a like year we cannot do it. So this manual method cannot be do it in a 24/7, is not possible, it's mentioned here. And from this manual method we can uh, find out the peak volume or average volume, we can say, by doing the statistical analysis. Statistical analysis means mathematical analysis. By doing the mathematical calculation we can find out the peak volume and average volume. From this manual method we can like analyze the we can analyze or we can find out the vehicular classification, vehicular distribution also, the complete details of a vehicle, we can say that. I'll mention over here. Complete detail of vehicle. Like we can say first is vehicle classification. The second one is vehicle distribution also. From this method we can uh, get the complete details of a vehicle. The second one method is automatical counters, or we can say mechanical method. Mechanical method are those pneumatic road tubes. Second one is magnetic and radar detection method. So third is photoelectric detector. Third is, and the fourth one is electronic detector or piezoelectronic detector also, we can say. In pneumatic road tubes we can take one particular road. Suppose this is the road, and we have just lay down the tubes of pneumatic tubes we have just lay down in this road. And from this pneumatic tube, whenever the vehicle is passing or crossing through this tube, the waves are generated, and these tubes are counting the number of vehicle, how much number of vehicle are passing through this particular section. So from this method also we can count the traffic volume. Then second one is magnetic and radar detection. We can just take the magnetic and radar detection to analyze the traffic volume or to count the traffic volume. Photoelectric detector also, electronic detector, these are the automatic detectors of a traffic volume for counting the traffic volume. Then we will see the objective and needs of traffic volume, why we need to do this particular study. First point is to measure the relative importance of road and in deciding the priority, or we can say the study for expansion and improvement. What exactly the meaning of this particular line? It is generally adopted as measures of relative importance. Relative importance, it means, suppose we will take, give me a minute, suppose this is a road A, okay, and this is road B. From this road A, 4,000 vehicle per hour is passing, and from this road we can say 1,500 vehicle per hour is passing. If we are standing at a particular location, if we are standing at a particular location and we are watching number of vehicle crossing per hour from road A, vehicle are passing like a 4,000 per hour, and from road B vehicles are passing 1,500 vehicle per hour. are crossing. So we need to provide the priority to the road A, because the maximum number of vehicles are passing through this particular road A. If suppose it is vice versa, like if road B is having a capacity of 4000 per hour, its vehicles are passing through this particular road B, then we will provide the priority or the importance to the road B first. This is about the first point of this objective of traffic volume, to give the priority to the particular road which is having a maximum number of vehicle passing, like maximum number of vehicle is crossing through that particular road. We will give the priority to that particular road. The second point of this objective of traffic volume study is, it is used in traffic planning and operation. What exactly the meaning of this particular point? Give me a minute. I will tell you in a diagrammatic manner. So, let us suppose this is the road. Okay, road A, and this is road B. Okay, first we will see the first one, like road only. It is used in traffic planning and operation. Suppose road A is having a capacity of 3000 per hour vehicle per hour. If suddenly number of vehicle passing through this particular road is increased, like we can say it is increased up to 6000 vehicular per hour, suppose suddenly it is increased, then we need to in that case we need to modify this existing like facility of the particular road, and we need to do the planning, or we need to do the operation of traffic operations also, or control of traffic also. We can do that in this particular road. If suppose the suddenly the number of vehicle passing through this particular road is increased. Let's move towards the third point of this particular objective, used in designing of pavement structure and signal planning, channelization, etc. What exactly the meaning of designing of pavement structure, signal planning, and channelization? If suppose we provide the low quality bitumen in the uh, in this particular road, if suppose we will provide the low quality bitumen, or we can say the all material which will be required for the for making the road, and we design this road for a 3000 per vehicular per hour, but suddenly traffic increase, due to that pavement structure failure may occur. That's why we need to do this study, or we need to this study will helpful in design of pavement and finding the capacity of a road, we can say that. From this objective we can learn how to do the design of the pavement and finding the capacity of road, how much capacity of road this road can be withstand with this particular material, we can say that. The fourth and the last objective of this particular traffic volume study is to design the sidewalks and crosswalks. In pedestrian traffic volume, we can do the designing of sidewalks and crosswalks also. This is about the traffic volume study. We will see about the representation of a traffic volume studies also in the next lecture, but we need to first learn about the passenger car unit also. What exactly the meaning of passenger car unit? Passenger car unit, or we can say the passenger car equivalency also. I have just mentioned here the definition, or we can say in the general language, what exactly the meaning of passenger car unit. Passenger car unit is nothing but Under mixed traffic condition, it is difficult to find the traffic volume, density and capacity, etc. Therefore, the class of vehicle is converted into standard vehicular unit. We can say the passenger car unit or passenger car equivalency. What exactly the meaning of this particular definition? As we all know, in India there are heterogeneous like mixture of traffic. Heterogeneous mixture of traffic, it means a different class of vehicle, like we can say bus, car, motorcycle, scooter, bicycle, etc. This all heterogeneous mixture of traffic, we are converting all heterogeneous mixture of traffic into one standard traffic unit. We can say the passenger car unit. So that's why we will see the PCU equals to 1. Now after this we can uh, analyze the how much like passenger car unit having how much passenger car unit of a car and passenger car unit of a bus or bullock cart. In the coming, we will see about the different class of vehicle of a passenger car unit of a different class of vehicles also. So this particular passenger car unit is nothing but equals to 1, we can say, converting all heterogeneous mixture of traffic into one standard traffic unit or passenger car unit. PCU is nothing but the speed ratio upon length ratio, we can say that. Passenger car unit, the ratio of this passenger car unit is nothing but speed ratio upon length ratio. This passenger car unit basically depends on terrain also, what type of terrain, plain or rolling or mountainous or hilly, we can say that. And what the climatic condition also, the second one, which is depend on the climatic condition, the weather, what exactly the weather it is. And then third one is place also. The most important, it's dimension of vehicle and speed of vehicle also. It is basically these most two points passenger car units are depends on dimension of vehicle, what type of dimension of a particular vehicle and speed of vehicles also. Then we will see about the passenger car unit of a particular vehicle. Highway capacity manual has decided some like a value of a particular class of vehicle. Like we can say in 2017 highway capacity manual table number 2.4 passenger car unit describes in the about the value of a particular class of vehicle. This is not a particular table, but I have taken the some importance like a passenger car unit of some importance vehicle, which is basically important in point of view of a gate, or we can say the generally we will learn about this particular class of vehicles. Like first one is car having a passenger car unit of 1, scooter having a passenger car unit of 0.5, auto rickshaw having 1, bus and trucks having a 3, horse driven vehicle having passenger car unit of 4, small bullock cart having 6, large bullock cart having a 8, bicycle having 0.4, and animal drawn vehicles having a 11 also, which is the highest passenger car unit also, we can say that. So this is about the today lecture. In the coming lecture we will see about the representation of traffic volume study, the annual average daily traffic, weekly average daily traffic. We will see in the coming lecture, or analysis of traffic trends also, which is most important in the traffic volume study. So this is about today. Thank you so much guys. Have a nice day.